The Kingdom of Cambodia, once seen as a rising symbol of Southeast Asia's new investment wave, is now facing its most serious financial scandal in decades. The name Chen Zhi, also known as Chen Chí, chairman of Prince Group, long associated with luxury projects and a vision of modern development, has now appeared on the international wanted list of both the United States and the United Kingdom. A conglomerate once hailed as Cambodia's economic pride has been exposed as nothing more than a front for a digital crime empire. The man who once appeared as a refined businessman in tailored suits has become the symbol of a new breed of criminals, those who manipulate cryptocurrency, exploit technology, and wield political power to build their own underground kingdoms. Born in 1987 in Fujian Province, China, Chen Zhi later renounced his Chinese citizenship, becoming a Cambodian national and also holding British citizenship. According to Singapore's Lien He Zhaobao, Chen also obtained citizenship from Vanuatu and Cyprus. In 2015, he founded the Prince Group, also known as the Crown Prince Group. Within just a few years, it became one of Cambodia's largest corporations, expanding into more than 30 countries and territories in less than a decade. As its chairman, Chen oversaw a highly publicized multi-sector conglomerate investing in real estate, banking, and consumer finance. Lavish media campaigns and public appearances alongside top Cambodian leaders convinced many that Chen was a strategic investor bringing prosperity to the nation. But after the U.S. Treasury Department's announcement on October 14, 2025, that illusion collapsed. The Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, sanctioned 146 individuals and entities linked to the transnational criminal network of Prince Group, revealing a staggering figure: 127,271 Bitcoin, worth about 15 billion USD, confiscated from crypto wallets directly tied to Chen Zhi. The U.S. Department of Justice immediately indicted him on multiple charges: wire fraud, money laundering, human trafficking, and forced labor. Behind the facade of a legitimate investment empire, Prince Group was in fact a digital laundering machine. From 2020 to 2024, hundreds of thousands of victims worldwide, from the U.S., Japan, South Korea, Europe, Vietnam, and Thailand, were trapped in fake investment schemes run by Chen's network. Under the guise of dating apps or crypto trading platforms, victims were fattened up through fake online relationships before being lured into transferring money into wallets controlled by Prince Group. Experts in the U.S. dubbed it the pig butchering model, and Prince Group was called the world's largest slaughterhouse. What made this system terrifying was not just its financial scale, but its sophisticated network of hundreds of shell companies across Southeast Asia, Singapore, and Hong Kong. It was a fusion of technology, cryptocurrency, and political influence, creating an unprecedented criminal empire in the region. To operate a scam machine worth tens of billions of dollars, Chen needed an army, and he found one through literal human trafficking. Under fake job ads promising high-paying tech jobs, Prince Group's recruiters lured young people from Vietnam, Thailand, the Philippines, China, and Laos with offers of $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Once they arrived in Sihanoukville, they were forced straight into hell on earth. Inside guarded compounds with 24/7 surveillance, passports were confiscated, phones disconnected, and all exits sealed. Under the guise of investment advisory centers, the victims were forced to pose as online lovers or financial consultants to lure real people into fake investments. A rescued Vietnamese victim recalled, "Every day I had to text more than 40 people. If I didn't bring in $100,000 a week, I was beaten. Some people had their bones broken. Some just disappeared." Chen Zhi was accused of directly managing and recording every operation, from profit ledgers to detailed scam playbooks for each office. Prosecutors alleged he even ordered violence, once writing, "Beat them, but don't kill them." Authorities uncovered phone farms with over 1,200 devices controlling 76,000 accounts. Employees were trained not to use photos that looked too perfect to appear more believable online. After stealing money, Chen's network laundered it through cryptocurrency, splitting large sums across dozens of wallets before merging them again to erase traces. Some of the laundered funds were converted to cash or banked, while the rest was kept in private wallets only Chen had keys to. Chen often bragged that Prince Group's crypto mining projects were highly profitable. In reality, they were fueled by money stolen from thousands of victims worldwide. He was also accused of running forced labor centers across Cambodia, enclosed facilities resembling prisons surrounded by high walls and barbed wire. Under the threat of violence, detainees were forced to run online scams targeting victims globally, causing billions in damages. According to a 2025 United Nations report, more than 250,000 people are currently being held in scam compounds across Cambodia, Myanmar, and Laos, many directly linked to the Prince Group network. Ghost cities have emerged, filled with complexes guarded around the clock, where the sound of keyboards replaces the sound of freedom. Many detainees have been beaten to death or sold to other criminal groups when they were no longer useful. The burning question for the global community remains: how did a criminal network of this scale operate openly for years without being dismantled? According to the US and UK indictments, the answer lies in one word: corruption, the very factor that crippled Cambodia's justice system under the weight of Chen Zhi's financial power. For years, he wasn't just praised as a model investor, but also appeared publicly at national events, sitting among dignitaries and being celebrated by Cambodian media as a visionary who brought Chinese and Singapore capital into the country. He was even photographed alongside senior Cambodian leaders during official ceremonies. Those political ties became his shield, protecting him from investigations, even as international organizations repeatedly warned of human trafficking and forced labor at Sihanoukville. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, Chen and his associates spent tens of millions of dollars bribing officials in Cambodian police, customs, and financial agencies in exchange for silence and immunity. This network allowed him to launder money, move assets abroad, and expand casinos and investment fronts without scrutiny. Even as human rights groups sounded the alarm, the Cambodian government remained slow or dismissive. On October 15th, Cambodian Interior Ministry spokesman Toch Soka said Prince Group met all legal requirements and was treated like any other large investor. He confirmed Chen Zhi's Cambodian citizenship was completely legal and stated Cambodia would cooperate with any investigation only if formal requests with evidence were provided. The U.S. responded immediately, warning that any organization or entity continuing to work with Prince Group would face secondary sanctions, including bans from the U.S. financial system, a devastating blow for Phnom Penh's banking sector. In coordination, on October 14th, the UK government froze 19 London properties worth over £100 million linked to Chen Zhi's network, including a £12 million mansion in North London. Sanctions also targeted Queen, a Chinese-Cambodian associate of Chen Zhi. The official Prince Holding Group website still listed Chen Zhi as chairman of one of Cambodia's largest and fastest-growing conglomerates, with ventures spanning real estate, banking, and consumer finance. By October 15, 2025, Interpol had issued a red notice for Chen Zhi. Intelligence sources reported he had fled Cambodia just days before U.S. sanctions were announced. Meanwhile, the US, UK, and European Union are intensifying cooperation to trace digital money flows and dismantle hundreds of shell companies tied to Prince Group. This joint crackdown sends a powerful message. Nations that shelter cybercriminals will pay the price in reputation and in their financial systems. Southeast Asia is now a hotspot for cybercrime, where so-called investment paradises are exploited for money laundering, scams, and human exploitation. Countries like Cambodia, Myanmar, and Laos have become fertile ground for criminal organizations disguised as legitimate enterprises. When law and justice bend to money and power, criminals turn technology into a tool of domination.